type to make you lose it.
Local musician, 32-year-old Joaquin Savage K. Concepcion of Tamuning was raised in a household full of music.
Growing up, I was around music all the time. My dad, he's been a musician for the past 50 years, and so basically growing up that's all I ever heard, music. He's been in different bands like the Radiants. He actually formed the original Radiants with a couple of his cousins.
When he was about 10 years old, Casey's parents put him through piano lessons.
My dad is a guitarist, so naturally, I wanted to try and be like him. Although I'm not anything like him, he's a solo guitarist. I don't play solo. I could play a bit of, I guess, rhythm and on the keyboards and on the guitar. I usually just use it just to make music. But as far as doing solo, like picking and stuff like that, I don't do that stuff.
Something that he did do was songwriting. It was something that he was very passionate about.
It's a combination of a lot of things. Growing up, I saw people like Mike from DUB writing his own music, and it really inspired me to do my own thing. And I figured, if people on the radio can do their own music, why not here in Guam? I mean, we're all human, so we can do our own thing here too.
It was in 1999 that Savage K started to work with local studio producer Tom Bajaru.
I got a couple of friends together, Kobe Garrido, Alan Nahoaleva, Big Al, and John Palau, and we started a group called First Issue. And from there, we did our first recording. We put it on the radio. It was pretty successful at the time. And that's where we started doing original music and just didn't stop.
For KC, original music is something very important to him and encourages other local musicians as well.
I think original music is very important because it's like a history in the making, People 10 years from now will look at it and say, we can do it. We can do it here on Guam, and it's no different from California or Florida. And we're going to do original music until we're heard.
He says a prime example would be fellow local artist Chris Boomer Unkenko, who's making a name for himself, touring with talented acts such as the Green Band and Soja, and even putting out his own CD.
And I really respect him for that because it shows that it went somewhere, music on Guam's going somewhere. And that really, it touches me a lot.
Aside from his father, some of his other musical influences move him mentally and emotionally.
Of course, Tupac, and Bob Marley is, right there, up there. I look at their music like more like a revolution, It's messages like they're trying to portray where world peace and, mental slavery and stuff like that. So, that kind of stuff really inspires me. And they talk a lot about war, which, no one likes.
Everything seemed to be going well until sometime back in October last year. Casey went to the doctor complaining of shoulder pains. After taking a series of tests and lab work, what they found was quite shocking.
They told me they found masses in my liver and told me that it looks like cancer. So, the next couple of months until now, I went through all kinds of procedures, found out it was gastric cancer, stomach cancer. That's what people know it as. So now I'm on a journey now to get that fixed.
One cannot possibly fathom what this husband and father must have felt upon hearing such devastating news.
It's a crazy feeling. I can't explain it. All I know is that I wouldn't change anything. Even if to get a better health right now today, I wouldn't change what I went through in the past couple of months. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about people, especially here in Guam. The support on Guam is beautiful. People support, it's crazy, It's undying support.
According to doctors, it's extremely rare for someone KC's age to have stomach cancer, but through it all, he remains optimistic.
Right now I'm going to chemotherapy. I'm on my off week right now. but they say it's helping me, so I'm going with that. I feel good.
Live life alive is a mantra that Casey has referred to throughout this whole process, saying that it has been a part of his inner chi, adding there is a purpose for everybody here.
My dad had a band about a decade ago, and he had a banner, and the banner said "Live life alive," and it just always comes to my mind when I think of not basically my illness, but anything in life general. If you got family, you got kids, or you're going through a hard time, or whatever it is, don't just exist. You gotta live.
On January 18th, he will make the journey to the University of Alabama in Birmingham to get the proper medical care he needs. He remains forever humbled and grateful by all the love.
Thank you so much. Words cannot explain how I feel and the amount of support I've gotten from everybody is just overwhelming. People on Guam have nothing but love, and that's the bottom line. It's beautiful.
He ends with some important words of wisdom.
Man, cherish the moments you have in life because you don't know when it's going to end, And do your best to be the best person you can. That's all I can say.
You can't help it's the type to make you lose it. You can try, but you can't refuse it. It's all original music.